The orcs have been repelled, and their war boss has been defeated. But this war is far from over. The orcs still threaten to overcome several major population centers, and could mass more than a large enough force to overwhelm the Imperial armies present on the planet. We have bought time, nothing more. But this is no longer a primary concern. Our scouts have recovered evidence that the forces of Chaos, the great enemy, may be operating on this planet, right under our very noses. We must face this foe wherever they stand. If there is even a chance that they are here, we must seek them out and destroy them. Inquisitor Toth is demanding that we leave the planet, but of all the powers his position grants him, commandeering a space marine company is not one of them. I must admit that I find his presence unwelcome so soon after the events on my homeworld of Cyrene. Inquisitors have a way of inflaming a guilty conscience, and that I do not need right now.
This warp storm could trap us here for a month or for a century. We cannot risk staying here. We must evacuate Tartarus before it arrives in 3 days' time.
The Imperial Guard and Holy Fleet can attend to the evacuation. The Blood Ravens have more pressing matters to contend with.
Such as?
I believe agents of Chaos have taken strong root here.
I sense no taint here. Even so, were there a Chaos presence on Tartarus, it is better we leave them here with the orcs than waste more lives fighting them. We could wish no worse fate for either of our enemies, and to be trapped with the other. But we must leave here now.
That is a matter for my brothers and I to decide. We will use these 3 days to settle our affairs and satisfy our suspicions. Meanwhile, you have our transports to facilitate evacuation.
Colonel Brom, the captain and I must attend to matters of faith. If you would leave us, please.
But surely this involves me as a...
Forgive me for not being clear on the matter. I said please, when in fact I meant now.
This does involve him. You should have shown him a modicum of respect.
Captain, you uncovered extensive heresy on your home world. Cyrene, was it?
That has nothing to do with the events here on Tartarus.
But I believe they do. You requested the Inquisition undertake an exterminatus, the destruction of your planet's entire populace, which we obliged.
I still fail to see...
Captain, I am not questioning your loyalty, but I must wonder if your actions on Cyrene have not affected your judgment. Perhaps that was a poor choice of words. I merely fear that you might see chaos, but it does not exist. I ask that as a loyal subject of the Emperor, you serve the Imperium's interest before your own agenda.
Captain, that Inquisitor had no right to speak to you in such manner. But perhaps he is right. The coming storm will trap our enemies here where they can consume one another.
And what if the forces of Chaos escape the system before the storm? No. We will not use this freak occurrence as an excuse to avoid our enemies, or our responsibility. They are here for a reason, and we will discover that reason.
We are with you, brother Captain, as always.
The humans are coming your way in full force. You should hear their heavy feet long before you see them, and smell them long before that.
Orbital Command has indicated the dropship landed in this general proximity. We've discovered a path, Captain. It's obvious someone has been digging here.
Cut by orcs?
I've never seen an orc lend such a careful hand to a task.
If it wasn't orcs, then it must be the forces of Chaos. We will follow this path and discover the truth behind what has transpired here. The sacred artifact will now be available to us. Construct it, and we will have access to powerful abilities.
Build routine 721 initiated.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Marine squad deployed. Cleanse, purge, kill! Direct us to the enemy.
Step on the road to disappointment.
Weapons at ready. It is time.
An open mind is like a fortress
squad
with its
deployed.
gates unbarred and unguarded.
Orcs! Attack!
Charge!
The Inquisition
My
will
knowledge is
destroy
at your disposal. Venerate the immortal
They weren't
Emperor.
attacking. They were fleeing.
Fear
What
not
could
the
inspire?
fear in an orc?
Understood.
Scouts in position.
I am ready to pass judgment.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
None can stand before the
There is
Inquisition.
no such thing as innocence.
Walk softly.
Only degrees
and carry
of
a
guilt.
big
Defending
gun.
objective.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Moving out.
Something is not right here. These orc bodies do not look like they were dispatched by
to
Imperial
glory.
hands. We must proceed with caution.
Fear our wrath. Maintain attack formation. Moving out.
Eldar.
Under fire.
Perhaps we were
Charge.
mistaken about the presence of the forces of chaos.
Be it Eldar or Chaos, I will have answers either way. Press on.
Faith is our shield. We are the Emperor's chosen.
Yes, my lord. Infiltrating enemy territory.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Orders received. Orders received. Maintain attack formation. Maintain attack formation. Orders received.
Dark Reapers, fall back. We need Rhino transport tanks.
Understood.
They will allow us to get through unscathed
Cleanse.
and attack the
Under
Dark
fire.
Reapers on those
Kill.
cliffs above.
Orders received.
Defending objective.
Rhino transports are now available. Build them at the machine cult.
Yes, my lord. Fear our wrath.
Scouts
Under
awaiting
fire.
orders.
Take the battle to the enemy.
Yes, my lord.
At your command, gathering intelligence.
Marine squad deployed. Yes, my lord.
Yes. On my way.
Under fire.
Yes, most beneficent one. Build routine 721 initiated.
The Inquisition
Scouts
will
awaiting
destroy
orders.
you.
Fear not the Psyker.
Stay vigilant,
Take
brothers.
the battle to the enemy.
Yes, Lord? Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Apothecaries are standing by to tend to our wounded. Build them at the sacred artifact.
Build routine 721 initiated. I await your instructions. I await your instructions. Yes, Lord?
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated.
The battlefield awaits.
Rhino here.
Apothecary here.
Rhino transport deployed.
Embark. How can I serve? The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Rhino transport is prepared.
Yes, my lord. Scouts here.
Rhino transport is prepared.
Yes?
Knowledge is power. Hide it well. I can sense the enemy.
Under
They
fire!
are close. Through discipline, we prevail. I serve. I can sense the enemy. They are close. At your command. I shall never tire. At your command.
The Inquisition will destroy you.
I shall never tire.
Under fire!
I can sense the enemy. They are close. At once. I can sense the enemy.
Rhino here.
They are close.
Rhino ready. Rhino ready. Rhino transport is prepared. Rhino
Squad
ready.
deployed. Squad
Rhino
deployed.
transport is
Inquisition will
prepared.
destroy you.
Deploying.
For the Emperor.
Rhino here.
Direct me to the injured. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed.
Glorious one for the Imperium. For the Emperor.
Under
My
fire.
aim shall not falter. For the honor of the chapter. For the honor of the chapter. My aim shall not falter. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. How can I serve?
Fire in the hoe!
For the Emperor! How can I serve?
Under fire!
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Attack, men! Attack!
Rhino ready. Take refuge within our armor. We carry the virtuous.
Under fire!
We carry the virtuous. Deploying smoke.
Deploy. Squad
Right
deployed.
Rhino transport is prepared.
Command me.
The Emperor protects. On my way.
Rhino here.
Moving out. Onward to glory! Charge! Apothecary here.
Rhino here. We deliver into battle. We carry the virtuous.
Squad deploy. Deploy.
Rhino here.
Charge! Squad deploying. At your command.
It is better
Under
to die for
fire.
the Emperor than live for
Rhino
yourself.
transport is prepared. Rhino ready. Rhino
Deploy.
transport is prepared.
Deploy. Squad deploying. Faith is our shield. At your command. How can I serve? The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Rhino ready.
Attack, men! Attack!
Rhino here.
At least we know that the orcs and Eldar are not in league together.
Yes.
When one enemy
On my
attacks
way.
another, it does not mean
I will
they aren't
see
in
that it
league.
happens.
Just that they are
What is
living
it
up
you
to their
desire?
lack of honor.
And those who lack honor deserve death.
I am the instrument of his will.
Rhino here.
Under
Take
fire.
refuge within our armor. Rhino ready.
Deploy.
Rhino here.
Deploy.
Rhino ready. Rhino here.
Deploy. Deploy.
Rhino ready.
Squad deploying.
Faith is eternal.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. Charge!
Rhino here. Take refuge within our armor. Rhino transport is prepared. Rhino
Squad
ready.
deploying.
Deploying smoke. Rhino ready.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
What's your order? Under fire!
I am ready to serve. Again.
Apothecary here. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. Shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Faith is eternal. I shall end you.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Charge!
My faith is my
I
shield.
am prepared.
Under
In
fire!
his name.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. I can sense the enemy. They are close.
I am the instrument of his will.
Orders received. Charge! 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 Charge!
Faith is eternal.
Understood.
Rhino ready.
I command in the name of the
At last,
Emperor.
Back to war.
What is it you desire? On my way. He who stands with me shall be my brother.
The Inquisition will destroy you. I am prepared.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. Direct me to the injured. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed.
The Inquisition will destroy you.
Faith is eternal. Moving out.
Establishing a secondary base near this
Moving out.
location will give us a forward position with which to engage the enemy.
Under fire!
Rhino transport is prepared.
I await your instructions.
I will purge the
Under
unclean.
fire!
I shall end you. For the Emperor. At last, back to war. Moving out. I have awoken.
Direct me to the injured.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Praise the Emperor.
At last, back to war. Even in death I still serve. Faith is eternal.
Under fire!
Rhino ready.
Deploying.
Rhino transport is prepared. Rhino transport is prepared. Rhino
Squad
ready.
deploying.
Rhino here. Rhino here.
Squad broken! Injured. Squad morale restored.
Even in death I still serve. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Rhino transport is prepared.
Squad broken! Onward! To glory! Your order.
Rally
Squad morale
squad!
restored.
Rhino transport is prepared. Rhino here. Rhino here. Rhino transport is prepared.
Squad deploying. Squad deploying. Awaiting orders. Maintain attack formation.
Rhino here.
Moving out. Under fire. Onward. To glory.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I am the instrument of his will. I shall end you.
Beware the alien, the mutant,
Rhino
the heretic.
ready. Rhino ready.
Squad deploying.
Faith is eternal. Faith is eternal. Moving out. Take me into battle.
Rhino here.
Embark. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed.
Rhino ready. Rhino here. Rhino transport is prepared. Rhino ready. Take refuge within our armor.
Direct us to the enemy.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Fear not the Psyker. I can sense the enemy. Power. They are close.
I am prepared.
Scouts ready. Getting into position.
So the good Inquisitor senses no chaos here. How fortunate for the Imperium that such keen-eyed eagles stand vigil over her gates.
What dark crafts have these Eldar invoked?
None. At least not here. The servants of Chaos sacrificed this poor guardsman themselves.
To what end, Isidore?
I know not. I believe the altar is a marker, a waypoint in a map that leads elsewhere. Someone defaced many portions of text. Regardless of what Chaos seeks here, the altar requires a sacrifice of blood, or more likely, a life.
Brother Isidore, you have an hour to study the altar. Document everything as is our tradition. Then burn it, lest its taint infect us all.
But Gabriel, there is much to learn from here. We should not be too eager to...
Learn what? Chaos does not teach. It misleads and it betrays. There is nothing to learn here, save for our next course. These transports have been damaged somehow. Make the repairs, and be quick.
Well, Brother Isidore, what betrayal have you wrought? Disabling your own vehicles? Harboring artifacts despite your good captain's instructions?
Gabriel does not understand. He does not appreciate the significance of this.
I do.
Quiet, heretic. Once I find what you seek, I will use it against you for the glory of the Emperor and my brothers.
You wish to deal me a harsh blow, to prove your strength and worth. Well, then come to me. I wait at Mount Korath.
Have no fear, sorcerer. I will be there.